Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, August 16. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has activated its Enhanced Vector Control Program. As a result, the Ministry will be carrying out public education programs and media campaigns over the next few months, as well as island-wide fogging by the parish health departments. In addition, 1,000 trained and certified vector control workers will carry out home inspections and destroy mosquito breeding sites. At Thursday's launch, Minister Christopher Tufton made a call to action for persons to help reduce vector-borne diseases and prevent outbreaks.
This is a real challenge that we have, a real burden that we bear as a society, and a burden that as public health officials, as a government, we have to find better ways to respond to. And a big part of that solution is you. You have been selected to drive that army of activity in every community across Jamaica to provide an appropriate response to the Aedes aegypti mosquito and the breeding of that mosquito.
Dr. Tufton points out that the high period for outbreaks usually occurs between October and February, adding that one Aedes aegypti mosquito lays approximately 2,100 eggs per month. He says these facts highlight the need for proactive measures, especially around homes, which are the most common places for mosquito breeding sites. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has warned school administrators that no child should be denied access to an education due to any obligatory high fees. At a recent function, Mr. Holness decried what he says is the emerging practice of primary schools charging fees which some parents are unable to afford.
They are not calling them tuition fees, but whether it is ancillary or auxiliary or registration, whatever fee it is, I'm putting the primary schools on notice. I'm not saying that the parents must not contribute, but sometimes we miss the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is to make sure that no child, regardless of the income status of their household, is in any way deprived of education.
The Prime Minister also urged secondary school administrators to not allow fees to become a deterrent to students' right to a 7-year high school education. He was speaking on Wednesday at a Primary Exit Profile PEP Awards function held at Jamaica House. The ceremony recognized 15 children of staff from the Office of the Prime Minister and Office of the Cabinet who were successful in their PEP exams this year. During the event, Mr. Holness presented the students with book vouchers for back to school. Over 3,500 students from 17 primary schools across the island will benefit from a numeracy and literacy initiative being financed by the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JIS. Under the $40 million program, the Ministry of Education will engage teachers in numeracy and literacy training workshops, and their schools will receive related textbooks and software. The initial phase will target schools in inner city and rural communities across 7 parishes.
We're glad and we're proud to be a part of this type of intervention that is really putting education in its rightful place and sending a signal, right? That's the most important thing that I would want to come out of this today, that we send a signal as the ambassadors that this is the way we need to approach the education to children.
All the schools will be provided with the required equipment by the end of August, in time for the new academic year. During Wednesday's official handing over ceremony, Principal of the Bickersteth Primary and Infant School, Robert Gordon, welcomed the support.
This initiative could not have come at a more opportune time, when we as administrators start to prepare to purchase these needy items for our teachers. JIS, we want to say a big thank you for this initiative. These are just some of the tools we need to transform education in this 21st century.
In other education news, the Portfolio Ministry is implementing plans to address the shortage caused by teachers leaving the public school system earlier than expected. Permanent Secretary Dr. Grace McLean says this will include using fourth-year students at training colleges on teaching practice. The ministry will also implement a Flip Classroom initiative in September of this year. It involves master teachers working from a central location with appropriate technology and broadcasting those lessons to other schools at appointed times. The permanent secretary says each year of the 25,000 teachers in the system, about 3% or 750 leave, including those who retire. For those who resign, she says the resignations generally come the last week in August and first 2 weeks in September.
There is no way of finding out those who are going to be leaving during those 3 weeks. So we are putting a plan in place to make sure that we can treat with those who are leaving at that time. The bulletin that has gone out, CEO, to the system is that by the second week in September, they should tell us those who would have left, and we will now introduce the different plans that we have.
Dr. McLean was speaking at a press conference on the 2019 National Exit Exams on Wednesday. Cabinet has given the green light for the private sector to partner with government to implement video enforcement technology on our roadways. The decision was revealed recently in a ministry paper tabled in the House of Representatives. It revealed that government will be able to access the video technology to identify drivers who breach the Road Traffic Act, including breaking the red light, speeding, and improper lane use. An oversight committee will be formed to monitor the operations of the video technology. The move follows the Minister of Transport and Mining, Robert Montague's recent sectoral presentation in which he outlined plans to implement an electronic traffic enforcement system. And finally, 9 athletes will be representing Jamaica at the 2019 Parapan American Games in Lima, Peru. Team Jamaica will compete in track and field events and, for the first time, judo and taekwondo. President of the Jamaica Paralympic Association, Christopher Samuda, says there are high expectations for the team.
I'm expecting a medal haul for Team Jamaica if all goes well.
He says there are plans for more diverse representation in future competitions.
We have started fencing, we have started table tennis, we have started badminton. We'll be going into sitting volleyball, and then we'll be rekindling the wheelchair basketball, which we have always excelled at.
Mr. Samuda was addressing a media briefing on Wednesday. The Parapan American Games will run from August 23 to September 1 in Lima, Peru. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.